Hello and welcome. Today's reading is a reading for Cancer for January 2023. Welcome to the table, Cancer. I hope you're well. Hope everything's going pleasantly for you. I've pre-shuffled the cards. I will shuffle them again. I've cleared the space with the gong, and the crystals have been in the salt bath. So everything on the table is clear and the energy should be clear for you. I'm an intuitive reader and I read in real time. I don't edit the video. I use a 10 card spread with 5 cards along the top row and 5 cards along the bottom row. I talk about those cards as they come in, and then I overlay those with a second deck and I talk about those cards as well. And towards the end of the reading I collate the whole of the spread and try and make some sense out of all of the cards that are there so that you can have the best possible advice for what you might be able to expect in the way of energy coming towards you or surrounding you in January 2023. Okay, let's start the reading. On the top row, the first card out, King of Pentacles in reverse. Second card out, 7 of Wands in reverse. The World in the upright position. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. And the 5 of Wands in reverse. I might shuffle the cards again. I don't normally do this, but today I feel that I should. Okay, bottom row. First card out, 3 of Wands in reverse. Second card, the Wheel of Fortune. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. King of Swords in the upright position. And the Knight of Swords in the upright position. I'll show you the bottom of the deck. Show you first and then I'll take a look. Okay, we've got the 8 of Swords in reverse. Alright, now the King of Pentacles. This is somebody who's worked very hard for their money, has control of their finances. They know how to use their money. They know how to invest their money. They know how to get the best value out of their money. He's in the reverse, so this could be somebody who's a little bit too controlling with their money. Perhaps not wanting to use the money to generate anything good for him or herself in the world, they'd rather just hang on to the money. Now, before I go any further, I will mention that when I use the words he, she, they, the cards give off an energy. When I say he, and I'm talking about this card here for the King of Pentacles, it's the energy coming off the card. It's the energy that lifts off the card. I'm not talking specifically about a gender, okay? So bear that in mind as we're going through. Recent past, present, and the near future. So we're talking about January, okay? 7 of Wands, a feeling of needing to defend yourself. So you may have gone through a period where you needed to defend yourself, or you felt like you needed to defend yourself. It can also be maybe you feel you have to justify yourself, or maybe you don't feel worthy of your place in the world, but everybody is worthy of their place in the world. So this can be sort of feeling that people are poking fun at you all the time, perhaps you're feeling threatened or intimidated, any one of those things, but it's standing your ground. So that's in reverse. So perhaps you've been called upon to do this in recent times. You've got the World. This is a beautiful card, very positive energy, the completion of a cycle. You've got all the elements surrounding you. It's a beautiful, open, flowing energy. And you've come to the end of a cycle. So it's kind of like as you can see, the little crosses here and here. You're sort of at the crossing point where you're starting a new cycle. So you're just closing off one cycle. So January for you, Cancer, looks like you're closing off a cycle. You have got the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So the 9 of Pentacles, this woman here too, she's worked very, very hard. She's worked very, very hard for her money. She has self-respect and self-worth. She's upright. She's dignified. She's in reverse, so perhaps you're lacking some self-respect or some dignity, but we'll talk about that as we go along. Here we've got the some more little battles, minor battles, squabbles. It's in reverse. Okay, you have got, on the bottom row, we've got the Three of Wands in reverse. So this is you probably dreaming or hoping to expand from where you are. Possibly you can't do it right now. Perhaps you're feeling a bit stuck. Perhaps you don't have the resources. Although the King of Pentacles is telling me that you do have some resources at your disposal, perhaps you don't have sufficient resources at your disposal right now to be able to do the things you'd like to do. Perhaps you'd like to start a business or start a new project. Perhaps you'd like to travel, and perhaps you can't quite muster the resources. But we'll clarify that as we go along. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favour. A beautiful card. Again, a little bit of the wheel isn't just turned by you, it's turned by the cosmos, although you too can be instrumental in giving the wheel a push and getting a move on. So if you've been feeling stuck, this is possibly also a card of feeling stuck or a little bit held in one place and dreaming of going further. This card here, the Wheel of Fortune, is telling you that you can take some action and move forward. Okay, you've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Pentacles, so you've got the King and the Queen and the Nine of Pentacles. So quite a lot of money on the table here. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Again, she's very focused on her coin. This woman also knows how to make money, and she knows how to look after the money. She knows how to budget. She knows how to be careful. She knows how to invest. It's interesting you've got the King and the Queen, because the King is more outward looking. He's looking to what he can do next. Whereas the Queen is very focused still on I'll just bring this card up. The Queen is still very focused on just holding on to the money and being focused on what she's achieved. Whereas the King is looking beyond where he is, and he'd hope to expand into something new, or perhaps create something new. Both of those are in reverse. So you've got three big money cards on the table. This would indicate considerable resources if they were in the upright position, but even in the reverse position, maybe it's a sense of lack rather than an actual lack. Here's the King of Swords. The King of Swords, again, very clear thinking, highly intellectual, highly intelligent, very analytical, can look at something and know exactly what is meant. From, say, if he was looking at a document, he would know exactly what the document meant. If he was looking at a situation, he would know the truth. This is somebody that instinctively knows the truth, but they also use their intuition. They're sitting high up in the clouds, sort of with the clouds behind them. So any situation where this King of Swords is involved, it's elevating the situation to a higher level. Okay, if it's speech, elevating the speech to a higher level. Don't let your speech go down to a lower level. It achieves nothing, and it doesn't reflect well on you. It's always best to aim for a higher level rather than a lower level. Okay, right next to that you've got the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is rushing in. You know, this can be somebody who is not taking enough time to analyse a situation. Again, they have the capacity to be intellectual, fast thinking, clear thinking, but it can be a warning to be a little bit careful and not to rush. He's making great haste, All right, and now we've got the Eight of Swords over here. So this is sometimes referred to as the overall energy. This is a feeling of being a little bit stuck. Now it's in reverse, so I'm hoping that you're becoming unstuck. This is sort of more of a mental thing rather than a physical thing, because even though the waters are there, the waters do keep flowing, which means that the world keeps turning. Sometimes you feel like you're just stuck in the one spot and you're not going with the world. That can be the case too. But this card here in reverse is also giving me the sensation of being stuck. But you do have the Wheel of Fortune here and you have the World. So you may need to actually gather some strength and push forward. If you're not feeling that you can push forward, you may need to actually here muster some strength. You know, sort of, you've got to kind of think, well, where do I want to go this year? Where do I want to go in 2023? Do I want to be stuck, or do I want to actually make a push? Do I have to, he's putting in quite considerable effort there. So maybe you need to put some effort into moving forward. Let's clarify these cards. I've pre-shuffled these cards as well, but I will give them an extra shuffle for you. Any of you who are not feeling particularly well, these particular stones here, I put a prayer over those to sort of bring some healing towards you. This particular one is for broken bones. Okay, so any of you who have broken bones, perhaps you can focus on that little crystal just a little bit. It may help. I know not everyone believes in crystals, but I have found the crystals quite useful. Okay, let's clarify these cards. King of Pentacles. Okay, contract card, which is interesting. So the King of Pentacles in this situation with a contract over the top can be a boss or a bank manager, an investment manager, something like that, a superannuation manager, insurance manager, something like that. He might be quite inflexible if there's a contract on the table for you. Be careful if you sign a contract, you get what you need from that contract and that you don't end up being disadvantaged in the long run, okay? Because this King of Pentacles is an expert, okay? So if you're going to sign a contract in January, you be careful that your interests are taken care of. If it's a big contract of any sorts, get some legal advice before you sign. Because this king will be uncompromising. Okay, we'll clarify the Seven of Wands, please. So these wand cards are quite creative energy, but they're all upside down. So I'm getting the sensation that perhaps your creative energy has been a bit blocked. Pardon me while I take a drink. Okay, let's clarify the Seven of Wands. Oh, there we go. Ace of Cups in reverse. So the Ace of Cups is normally about overflowing love and emotions, overflowing emotions, having enough sense of joy inside yourself to be able to reach out to other people. But in this case, it's in reverse. Perhaps your struggles have kind of depleted your energy and you're feeling a little bit like you haven't got much to give. In which case, give yourself some space and time and regroup before you actually try to reach out to other people, because otherwise you're walking around with an empty cup. Excuse me, just got a tickle in the throat, of course. We clarify the world. As I said, that world card is a beautiful energy, so it does look very good on the table. And she's holding two wands, and the wands in this situation are meant to be what is above, so it is below. But that can also mean whatever you're putting your energy into is what, it's kind of like you'll reap what you sow. So if you put your energy into a project, you will reap some benefits from the energy you put in, okay? But you do need to take action, and it's sort of showing here that perhaps you've been stuck. Okay, Cancer, let's have a look at this card. Okay, you've got the World again. Beautiful, beautiful. So you've got two of the World. Have a look here, they're both joyful cards. This one came out in reverse, but that's no real big deal. When they come out on double like that, it neutralises each other. Definitely beautiful energy there. So you're definitely completing a cycle, which is very nice. So there should be some very good energy for you in January. Okay, you can see she's dancing, got the animals all around. She's in a beautiful space, and she's got the laurel wreath. So it's a sense of victory. So you are achieving something in January. Okay, we've got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Now she's quite abundant, and she's quite normally considered to be wealthy. Okay, she's a self-made woman or a self-made man. Okay, the Star, lovely. So the Star is some sort of assistance from the cosmos. Okay, a little bit of divine assistance. Quite a lovely card. A little bit of magic. Lovely. Okay, can we clarify the Five of Wands, please? So a little bit of a skirmish going on here on this card. Usually not. These are usually not major squabbles, but they can, can be a little bit of a struggle. So some struggles could be internal struggles. You may have been, will I do this? Won't I do this? Will I do this? Won't I do this? That kind of thing. It could also be struggles with, there's more than one person on there. So, this one's more in your mind, but this one here can involve other people. So, if you want to start something new, sometimes you're better off keeping the idea a bit close to your chest until you've thought it through a little bit further, so that people don't come along and sort of put you off your course. Okay, Four of Swords in reverse. Okay, so you've put the swords down, so there's no more words here. So somehow there've been some words or some actions, or you've been sick. I'm not sure. That one's never entirely clear, but we're on top of the battles. Perhaps the battles have been quite difficult struggles. Perhaps there's been some words exchanged that left you feeling a little bit hurt. But there's a blessing on this card, as you can see. There's always a blessing. Okay, let's clarify the Three of Wands, please. Three of Wands. Okay, Six of Swords in reverse. Six of Swords is leaving something behind. Taking your family, packing up your family, if you've got your family, moving on, moving into better times. Okay, this is a closing off card as well, so it's very much like the World. It tells you that something's finished, okay? And if you felt that you were stuck somehow, I think that's finished. Now let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, Two of Wands. Okay, perhaps you've thought of something new. Perhaps you want to travel. You definitely want to broaden your horizons, and this card is letting me know that yes, you can broaden your horizons. So start dreaming, start making plans as what you want to achieve for January, because this card, together with the Wheel of Fortune, is saying if you put your energy into thinking of a plan or going forward with some idea that you've had, yes, it's possible, because you've got the card there. So if you want to travel, I think the opportunity will be there. Also, if you want to start a new business, it looks like the opportunity will be there, but it will require effort on your part. Looks like you've had to have a little bit of a struggle there. But if it's what your heart wants and that's what you really want to do, then you may as well do it. Life is short, and you get to a point where perhaps you can't do the things you want to do anymore. Can we have the Queen of Pentacles, please? Queen of Pentacles. Okay, Six of Wands. The Six of Wands, the victory. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Because here you've got three wreaths. That's pretty impressive. You've got three laurel wreaths there. So success, some sort of success or victory. Now it's on top of the financial card here, so some sort of victory of some sort. I'm assuming it's financial. Which is interesting because you've got the contract here with the King and the Queen. So some sort of victory here. This is in the present moment, as I said, present, recent, past, future. January. Now, King of Swords. Let's have a look at King of Swords. That can be a legal action. It can be legal. This is a legal. He can be a lawyer. It's not represented as justice, but this is the sort of person who will bring you justice, or who knows the truth. Let's have a look. King of Swords, King of Swords. Okay, you've got the King of Wands. Okay, you've got 3 kings on the table. Some fairly powerful energy on this table. King of Wands, highly creative, highly fertile as well. There are quite a lot of wands on the table. So the wand symbol is also highly, it's a passionate symbol because it's attached to the fire symbol. So there's passion and fire and energy. So highly creative, highly passionate. That can also, if it applies to fertility, okay, you better take a bit of warning about that if you're not interested in being pregnant, because that's quite, you've got quite a lot of wand energy on the table. So, but you've got 3 kings, so it's quite nice, quite a strong masculine energy actually on the table. But if they're in reverse, it means perhaps you're not taking action, because the kings are usually people who take action, and the male energy is an active card rather than a passive card. This one's definitely taking action as fast as he can go. Let's clarify that card. We clarify the Knight of Swords, please. For Cancer, Knight of Swords. Okay, the Fool. Okay. The Fool is new energy. Okay, it's you've got the Wheel of Fortune, you've got the World twice. It means you're starting a new journey. Now perhaps this is a message coming in. It can be a message coming in. It's definitely a rushing energy, so something that perhaps changes everything for you, and then you're ready to start your journey. This is very carefree. Okay, there are no worries attached to this card. There are no burdens attached to this card. He's carrying a very little load, and he's under the sun. He has a loyal companion animal with him to watch over him. It's beautiful, free energy, free-flowing energy. There's no rigidity in this, and there's none of this stuck energy. This is totally free, beautiful, moving and flowing energy. Again, that's a wand. Okay, we'll move on, and I'll just have a little bit of a look at the cards, and I'll tell you what I'm thinking the cards are saying to us. Definitely the middle section is quite clear. Beautiful completion. 6 of Wands, victory. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse, like I said, she's a mature woman, more of a mature woman. So the cards on the table are more mature today, except for the Knight, and he's still reasonably mature. He's not a page, he's not a young person. So the Queen is more of a mature woman. It's in reverse. I don't know what aspects that perhaps you're not being careful enough, or perhaps you're focusing on your money too much. Perhaps you need to focus on a creative project. Perhaps you need to do the things you really want to do with the money you've got. That's actually the sense I'm getting here. But again, if there's a contract involved, I do have to say, when they're both upside down and you've got a King of Pentacles who will be totally inflexible, because he's only focused on the Pentacles, and he's only interested in what he can do with his money. So if you owe him money, for example, he wants that interest from you. He not only wants the principal, he wants the interest as well. So take care with any kind of contracts, particularly at the beginning of January or end of December. Okay. Great deal of care is required. It does look to me like somehow you've been feeling a bit stuck, but that's over. Something happens here. I don't know whether you're selling something and moving on. That could be the case. Perhaps you're selling something, or there's a settlement. The other thing is perhaps you're getting a financial settlement of some sort. That could be from an insurance company. It could be from a legal matter. It could be from the sale of something, so it could be the proceeds of the sale. Whatever it is, it kind of sets you free to move on, and you are moving on. You're leaving any bad times behind. So if you had any troubles here with this contract, you'll be soon leaving it behind. You've definitely got the Wheel of Fortune here. So you are given some assistance to move forward. And if you are interested in a new project of some sort, go ahead, give yourself the permission to do the things you want to do. If you've checked your finances, go ahead, give yourself permission to go and do the things, because you've definitely here got a close of cycle. It looks to me like you've had some sort of battle. You needed to defend yourself somehow or another, or perhaps you didn't defend yourself in the first place when perhaps you should have, and it's left you feeling a little bit emotionally depleted. Perhaps you're feeling a little bit, I wish I'd done this, I wish I'd done that. But anyway, look, you've got the wheel turning, so it's best not to look backwards if you're getting a new opportunity, and looks to me like you're getting a victory anyway. So perhaps you're getting some sort of compensation. It might be a little bit delayed, but you're definitely receiving some cosmic and divine energy here. Again, the cups is often divine energy as well, a little bit of assistance from the cosmos. The cosmos tries to balance things. It always is trying to balance the situation. So King of Swords, this person is balanced. You've got the true trees on either side. He's sitting square and upright, so he knows about balance and knows about what's right. Okay. He's holding his sword slightly tilted on one angle, so things can be perhaps in your favour, perhaps the other way. King of Wands, again, you've got the very powerful masculine energy on the table. Like I said, this person's highly fertile, highly creative. It looks to me like you've had some battles, and they could be internal battles here. You may, I don't know whether you've been sick. There's no real indication here of you being sick. Perhaps you broke a bone, I don't know. Perhaps you fell or got into a squabble or had a car crash, I don't know. That kind of thing is possible here with this sort of disturbed energy. But if so, take your rest, do what you need to do. You will move forward again, okay? It's definitely on the cards here that you're going to move forward. Hopefully this is short-lived. But it looks like that the sword here, the fact that the sword has been laid down, means that you can let go of this as well, which I think is good, because nobody wants to feel trapped forever. I didn't look at the bottom of the deck as usual. I always forget. I'll let you have a look. Okay, it's the Princess of Pentacles, and she's in reverse, but she's sort of the harvest card. She has money, she has resources, she's on her way, on her journey. So this is somebody who's been released from this trap, and you've started your journey. You're actually moving again. You've come up the hill already. You've come up the path. Okay, you've got a way to go, but you've already started your journey, and that's a beautiful thing, because anything's better than being stuck. Nobody wants to be stuck forever. Sometimes we are stuck by our circumstances, and other times we keep ourselves stuck because we feel like we're not strong enough, we haven't got the confidence we need, and that's the other thing. Perhaps you have lacking confidence, but you've got the star here. You don't need to lack any confidence. Okay? Trust in your natural ability. Clearly you've got, we're all stars in our own way, and everybody has some capacity to deliver something beautiful to the earth. It's just believing in yourself enough to do it. Okay, and this is a lack of confidence card. It can be talking about finance, but it can also be talking about confidence. But you've got the star, so don't doubt yourself in any way. You can start this journey, and so this again is part of a journey. I know when I was starting on a journey, this card kept coming up for me too. And I don't get this card anymore because I achieved what I wanted to achieve. I never thought I would, but I already achieved what I wanted to achieve, and that card came up all the time. So start your journey, because believe me, you have everything on the table here that tells me that you can do what it is you want to do, and you've definitely got the Fool card here. So Cancer, now is the time, or January will be the time. Make your commitment to do what you need to do. Actually, I might clarify this card, because I don't really understand why that fast-moving energy is right there. The rest is so static. The rest of it is kind of like you've got this matured energy all around, and then you've got this really fast-paced card here. You've got the Wheel of Fortune, which gives you a push, but this one's really fast energy. I'll just clarify that last couple of cards here. you've got this sort of squabble and sort of mental stuff, so it's kind of, I've got a feeling this is sort of more an internal battle, probably an internal battle you've had with yourself. Let's have a look. We clarify the Knight of Swords and the Fool. The Knight of Swords in particular. Now, the Knight of Swords can be an incoming, fast-moving energy of something that, you know, that changes everything about the way you feel. A message somehow, something that can be a message, you know, because swords are words. I'll just have a look, see if we can clarify this Knight of Swords. Okay, this is the High Priestess. Now, I don't really know how that goes as well, but actually these cards down here on the table here, this Five of Wands and Four of Swords, that can be internal struggles. You know, you holding yourself back, you holding yourself in place. I can't do this because of, I can't do it because I'm scared, I can't do it because I haven't got the money, I can't do it because I'm not clever enough. Yes, you are. And this is the High Priestess. This is somebody who says, go inside your head, spend some time quietly thinking about what it is you've got. You know, perhaps this card is saying, you know, cut through all the stories you're telling yourself. Go within and look at the person you really are. See what's there. See what for your highest good. Do what you need to do for your highest good, for the best outcome for you. Okay? So I've got a feeling that the Knight of Swords is saying, like, hurry up. Stop thinking about it. Get on with it and do it. Because you are starting a new journey. So there's the High Priestess. Using her intuition, her wisdom, and her, you know, all the things. And this is part of it. You know, this is part of it. This is sort of, this is the divine person within you. Okay? The divine person within you. Let that person come out. Let that person take a journey. Go on your quest. I think I'll leave it at that, Cancer. I think I've covered all the areas of the cards here for you, and I'll leave it for you to make some sense out of, because only you are taking this journey, and you will know how this fits in for you. But this is about January, okay? So be on your guard mainly for this contract thing. This is probably the biggest warning for me in the pack here, is to be careful if there's a contract involved. But all the rest looks okay. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.